what I would say is I'm not actually convinced that you'll be able to meet your running costs. Would you invest £250,000 in a commercial property and a yoga studio business? Well, that's the deal Maya King is presenting on the hit Sky TV show Property Elevator, which goes out on Sky Channel 186. If you're new to Property Elevator, it's a Dragon's Den style pitch show where budding property entrepreneurs come along and they pitch their property deals for funding from us property angels. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon. We put out plenty of videos each and every week, and you'll want to keep watching if you want to stay ahead in your property game. Now let's join the show's presenter, Elizabeth Warburton, as she meets up with Maya to tell us about this unique property opportunity.
Hi Maya, welcome to Property Elevator.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Tell me firstly a little bit about yourself and your background.
So I'm a middle-aged yoga teacher.
Tell me then about the deal that you've brought for the Angels today.
So it's in a beautiful location. It's in a sweet spot between Deptford and Greenwich. Commercial property overlooking the River Thames. I would like to purchase the property. I'm liquidating my private assets to do that. I'm putting everything I have into it.
So how much investment then are you looking for today?
I'm hoping to recruit 250.
What kind of profit are we looking at from the deal?
So because it's not your ordinary flip and exit kind of a pitch, it's more about a partnership for the long run. And I don't know if they'll be up to it. And if they will, I'm hoping to offer percentage of the profits.
Okay, well, good luck. Namaste.
Namaste.
So Maya is coming to see us now with a slightly unusual proposal. She's after £250,000 for investment in a commercial to yoga studio business. Now let's see how flexible we all can be on this one.
Puns have already started.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
My name is Maya, and I am a yoga teacher. I would like to invite you all to place what you have in your hands on the table beside you. Place both feet on the floor and shuffle yourself to the edge of your seat. Relax your arms. Take a deep inhale as you roll shoulders back. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, create a flower bud. And exhale, open like a flower to the sun. Inhale, create a flower bud.
Oh no. Can't take you anywhere. Scott's definitely not in. Taxi.
So now that we're all calmed down and in touch with our inner chakras and all of that, let's hear your pitch that you have for us today.
So my name is Maya. I'm a yoga teacher. I've been a yoga teacher for 20 years. Before that, I was a student for 20 years. And I think I'm in the place that I want to create my own space. I know what students need, want, desire, and I know how teachers want to work. So create that haven where teachers want to teach and students meet those teachers. It's just magical as I can see it. I found my perfect spot by the river. I also have a vision that yoga in front of the river is a concept. So this is going to be the first studio, and so we will go and find others and grow to give more service, because this is about the service. So I'm here to give you a very unusual pitch. It's not a flip, it's not an exit, it's a partnership. It's investing to make money with a purpose. The studio is 3880 foot square. It's big. It's leveled, it has 2 levels. The first floor will be where we give service in terms of changing rooms, showers and toilets. And the second floor, which is overlooking the river, will be the studio. And we're going to offer all sorts of yoga styles, from hot yoga to children's yoga, elderly yoga, and even yoga for singles, where the community can meet up and really take the love to a different level. What I love about this space is that it's in the sweet spot between Greenwich and Deptford. Greenwich is a very established, old school community, and Deptford is up and coming. It was voted just a few months ago as the coolest high street in the world. Okay?
Is that voted by the Deptford people themselves?
I think so.
I'm sorry.
I live in Deptford and it's not the coolest in the world.
You mentioned here about some of your experience in property and in yoga teaching. So if you could just talk us a bit more about that.
The property experience that I have is in residential. We bought flats, refurbished them, and sold them on. We started with only the money we had for our wedding, as a wedding present. And eventually we ended up with a good-sized property in the suburban area of London. I still have a property in Tel Aviv and a property in London that I'm going to liquidize to support this project.
I'm looking at the pack, and a lot of this is about the purchase of the property and the initial setup. You are looking for 250k for an equity stake in the business. To properly gauge that, have you got any projections on, the turnover that you're expecting, the profit over the next few years, things like running costs as well, utility bills, and also marketing to get up to the level of where the classes are all full, and staffing levels that are required? Basically a business plan of the operations for the next few years.
Yes, as I said, this was all very last minute for me. The spreadsheet is there and it's forming. It looks like within 10 years I will be totally I have totally returned my investment.
But if you're making money and you're doing it on Zoom and you're making good money, is that money going to actually then cover the cost of it's an expensive building, it's going to have higher operational expenses, you've got to fit it out, you've then got to market. Have you actually got any projections on how many people? Is it a membership? How is the business model going to work?
All my equity is going into that. That's over $1 million going to purchase. And then I'm hoping to get mortgage. So some of my equity will stay aside to run, at least to have a pot for the first year, to be comfortable, to do what I need to do comfortably and not stress about it. The business plan is such that we have a mixture of possibilities. People will come and drop in if they want to, and they will pay £18 a class, or they will have a membership for $9.99 a year, and they come as much as they want, up to 3 classes a day.
And have you projected on how many people you would have to have through the doors, how many classes per day, how many staff you need?
So we start with 4 classes a day,
Yeah.
7 days a week for the first 3 months, and we expect 25 occupancy of the studio. The studio is 70 mats.
Are you struggling to find your next commercial to residential conversion project? Well, over the next 2 years, virtually every UK bank branch will close. Banks are fabulous buildings in prime locations, and thanks to permitted development rights, they're really easy to convert to alternative uses under a light touch planning regime. My team have put together a list of over 500 UK bank branches which are poised for imminent closure. And for a limited period only, you can download this list absolutely free. Your next commercial property project is on this list, so download it now and enjoy the rest of the video. What I would say is I'm not actually convinced that you'll be able to meet your running costs from the memberships that you hope to get in an appropriate timescale. The business rates and all of that are quite high on a building like this. And we've dealt with a few gym operators who rent office buildings from us and that kind of thing. And they tend to want a little bit more space than this to make those viable. I like your sort of vision and energy, but there's just not enough here for me to evaluate this today.
I understand.
Based off the numbers I've just done very quickly, off the £18, 4 days a week, 4 classes a week, 7 days a week.
To begin with,
for the first 3 months, but just kind of projected that out to the year on how you will grow. I agree with you. I don't think that you will earn enough to cover the building, the operational expenses, the staff, insurance. You really need to think about all of that and then have a look at the product that you've got on offer. You're great. You have awesome energy. I feel relaxed you just being here, which is great. You clearly love what you do, and that's fantastic, but this needs to be a proper business proposal for you more than anything else, because we can love doing what we're doing, but ultimately you need to be able to make money out of it. And if you're asking for investment as well, you need to be able to show how or what that investment is going to be going towards. I think you're great, but there's not enough.
I didn't produce the numbers. I understand.
Yeah. So for that, I'm not able to actually make you an offer. at this stage.
One question though, why are you jumping straight into buying a £1.1 million studio rather than just renting one?
Fantastic.
Very
So as
good
you can
question.
see in the pack, I started negotiating a long, long time ago. And when we started negotiating, it was for rental, fit out, and to have this place for 15 years. And then I realized I'm so tied up with what I can and can't do. And I'm going to invest so much money into creating the space, and then it's not going to be mine. And the rents are up there. And where I come from, we own stuff.
Good answer. I mean, you know, I kind of agree. Spending 250 grand on a fit out and then giving it back to them in a few years doesn't make a lot of sense. The £250,000 that you're proposing from us, you don't really need it, do you? So I assume
I have
that
cheaper money to get.
Yeah, I assume that the main thing that you want from us is the help on the business side, because we're not yogis, but hopefully we're okay at business. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
I have two proposals for you. One is that I'll give you the £250,000, but I want 25% of the property and the business.
It's a no.
The other is that I don't put in any money, but I help you on the business side of the side of things, and I have 25% of the business.
Thank you, but no. Can we negotiate how much you want from the business?
Well, obviously, all of this is subject to the business plan
Of
stacking up
course,
because
of
we haven't
course.
seen it and all
Yeah,
the rest. So
yeah.
there will be a back and forth on that, but that's my proposal as it currently stands.
Okay.
I would like to match Paul's offer at 25% of the business to mentor and partner you. I'd help you with the fit out with all my property expertise. I would help you with marketing. We would promote you on our platform for free. We would work with you to build the business together. You're looking for a business partner that does know the numbers, and when I get into the numbers, I'll help you with those clearly. But the marketing, the partnership around mindset, mindfulness, and then using that to tap in also to the market of people that want to become successful. So it's not just for Calm and the side that you're promoting. Actually, if we tap in to use that tool to become successful in your career, in your work, in your investments, that's even more powerful than I believe your model alone or my model alone.
I mean, if I can just make a point there, it's very difficult starting a new business. You need to focus on this. Online can follow. You don't want to be doing both at once.
Well, we
in my
already have
opinion.
that. That's what I'm saying. So we have the platform where we'd be able to launch that for you within weeks. So that is not a new business.
And would you consider less than 25%?
What would you be proposing?
5.
5?
Yes.
But no, I certainly wouldn't be interested at 5%, I'm afraid.
Yeah, 5% it doesn't get anyone excited, but 25%, it's half worth it.
I understand. I need
You
to
have
think.
some proper money offered from me.
Have a
A
little
lot of
think.
babble from Nicholas.
The reason I'm doing it is because I feel that it's the locality, it's the community that we will serve. And so the online presence, which is fantastic, what you described is just really wow. It's not something that is as important to...
It is when the next COVID hits or the next lockdown hits.
No, that's not going to happen.
My model will save you losing your entire business.
We
and
have
everything
good
you've worked
karma
for.
over here,
So
Nicholas.
we will have presence online, and people will be able to join on Zoom if they can't make it physically to the studio. But
And keep in mind, we can always
I know
do
how
that
to do
at
that
some
by
point.
now.
Online courses aren't...
I know how
yeah.
to do it
Paul,
as
Paul
well.
doesn't have a clue how to run
Oh, come on.
But I
I've
do.
done online
Guys,
courses right
we
through
need to
COVID.
wrap this up. So
But I do.
you're going with Paul. You're
If he is
discussing
willing
equity,
to
yes?
negotiate the...
Well, as I say, there'll definitely be some back and forth on the numbers and the
Yeah.
structure of it all regardless.
yeah.
Okay? So
I
we
also
have a
like
deal?
that you're local, you're familiar with what's going on. We can work together very interestingly on that.
Great.
Thank you.
So the biggest surprise of that one for me is that Paul does hot yoga classes in Canary Wharf.
Not for a while, but I have done them, yeah.
Not for a while. The truth comes out when you're 18, wasn't it?
It was a few years ago. But
There you go. Cheeky bugger.
Look, I think she went with me because I'm more flexible.
She's a fantastic yoga
Yeah.
specialist, but she doesn't come across as being a businesswoman.
No, I appreciate
So that would need a huge amount of your
I'm a fantastic
involvement.
I think she made. I honestly think she's made the wrong decision.
So now it's over to John. Let's see whether he likes a bit of downward-facing dog.
Maya, you are a lucky lady. You came into the show with no figures whatsoever. We had to listen to Nicholas babble on for ages about mindset, goodness knows what else. Paul saw straight through all that and made you what I think is a great offer. Now, You'd never get an offer from me because I'm a Pilates man. I've been doing Pilates for over 30 years, not yoga, but good luck.
The Baker Street Property Meet is the UK's largest and #1 property investors networking event. The property market is going through monumental change right now, and at Baker Street Property Meet we aim to keep you up to date with the latest tips and tricks and insider tactics to help you keep on top of your property investing game and succeed in these troubled economic times. The Baker Street Property Meet is fundamentally about networking, because it's not what you know, it's who you know. And at Baker Street we aim to connect you with the people to make your property journey a monumental success. There's no better place to be to further your property investment journey than the Baker Street Property Meet. So make sure you're here, you're connecting with myself and Andrew Roberts, our expert guest speakers and 300 passionate property people each and every month. See you at the next meet. Get your spot at bakerstreetpropertymeet.com.